What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So EA Sports has officially announced that we're going to be getting some new team standouts. We're also going to be getting the Zero Chill promo. Obviously, we know that that's what it was going to be anyway, but they pretty much confirmed it. That'll be coming soon. We're going to be getting some information about that. For those of you guys that are worried about how you're going to level up with the new series, don't worry about that. They're going to have to release new challenges and stuff like that. That's going to come with the actual promo. Now, listen, don't quote me on this, but I don't think that they're going to be very, very particular in not giving us certain challenges that give us higher XP. For those of you guys that understand what the power-up method does, when you get a specific challenge that gives us that advantage, we have to figure it out together. Shout out to everybody that was in the stream with me that helped me out to figure out that one that was going on during the Autumn Blast. That was very, very huge. All right, so don't worry about it. You just relax. We got this covered. You don't have to worry about anything. We're going to make sure that you guys get everything you need to go ahead and upgrade fast. I will show you guys exactly the way that I'm upgrading so that you guys can reach level 80 way before me, because obviously I have to make sure that I'm making the content that you guys need to see and hear, so I don't have time to continue to grind through it. I want to make sure that everything that's coming out, you guys know what it's about. So once you get it, I need you guys to do it before me and just go out there and make sure you're smashing these dudes out right on the gridiron, bro, and beating the brakes off of them with those power-up passes, because more than likely we are going to get a 93 power-up pass, so we'll be able to take advantage of that in different ways. We'll go ahead and take a look at that in a little bit. All right, so pretty much what's going to be happening is this, right? The team standouts, they've been raising an overall. So remember the way that it was working out before? I think, what was the first ones that they had? I can't remember the first ones. I believe that, or did they only upgrade the other? Okay, yeah, it was the team builders that they had the different variations, so they made that go to 88. All right, so look, these team standouts right now that they pretty much confirmed that'll be coming probably Wednesday this week, right? Once these guys come out, what are you guys assuming? I'm thinking maybe 91, because like, realistically, I don't know if they're gonna try to compete too much with some of the higher ones. Like, you know, it's getting too close to like the 50. Because remember, the 50 players, I believe they start at 91 overalls. So the team standouts, even though we're coming into December, a lot of you guys are saying like, yo, what do you think it'll be? Well, we could pretty much quickly gauge what it's going to be, because it started with the 91 with the 50. So more than likely, they would give them at least a 91. Because what EA does is they try to balance out, the value of what the players are going to be. Let's be honest, guys. Most of those players are going to be training for us. You guys know that. Like, come on. We're not going to be actually rocking them on our squad. So, a lot of those players are going to be training. EA recognizes that we are starting to get to a point where training is way too cheap. So a couple things are going to happen. EA Sports doesn't like when we take advantage of anything that benefits us. So what they're going to do is they're going to start increasing the amount of training that is needed to upgrade certain players. So that way it kind of offsets the fact that we're going to have newer standouts that are going to be, relatively cheap, because that's what the market is right now. So when I explained to you guys a lot of the stuff that was going on within the market, many of you guys were very appreciative, like, yo, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for explaining it. But realistically, you guys helped me see that. Because what happens is, when I go out there and I get a card at launch, I know, being a MUT guy and understanding, I've been playing MUT for so long, I know the way the market works. So my job is to make sure that all of you guys understand it, even the veterans that, you guys know it, just to reassure you, like, look, we don't need to get the card early, but I like to get certain cards early to see what it's doing on the field. That is very, very important, because once I'm able to see it, like, all right, they got this guy doing different things, I can then share that with you. And then now you guys figure out what you want to do with it, and then we go from there. But realistically speaking, with the way that this game works, it doesn't really matter the value of how the cards, how they're declining. People are going to still continually buy packs and do all that stuff, so it's always going to be in abundance once the market is set for a certain value. If you go right now to get a 90 overall, I was getting 90 overalls for about like 44K, right? Flashback to like 2 months ago. It was impossible to get 5K training for, less than like 80, 90. So now you cut that in half. They can't make these cards too high overall. So you have to understand that whatever player comes out, it's just suitable for that theme team. Like, remember, this guy from the Cowboys, Aldon Smith, right? He was a 49er, so he benefited my squad. They're going to put out players that are going to have more benefit only for theme teams. Keep in mind, this is why they did that with John Madden. A lot of you guys didn't realize it, like, yo, why would they nerf John Madden? Because it's money. You see what I'm saying? John Madden just gave everybody +2. Now you got to have a specific theme team to get it. These developers and the people behind how this works, They understand we're going to put more money into building a team a certain way to take advantage of the speed threshold, because everybody knows no matter how much Madden changes, even with all the warp tackles and all the stupidness that they do, speed kills. So we're going to still go after that +2 speed regardless. That's why so many of you guys are like, yo, I got a hybrid theme team. Bro, we weren't doing no hybrid theme teams last year. Yo, John Madden coach, hit me with that speed. You feel me? And then like, yo, what's good? Like, well, 1, 2, 3, let's get it. But now, you know, because he gave you +1, right? Yeah, because you got 2 from you got 2 from Sprinter and 1 from John Madden coach. So, you know, it definitely changes up, but you do get a bigger benefit from the way that it is right now. Like if you choose a theme team and that theme team, like for instance, the Cardinals, right? The Cardinals theme team is really, really good because defensively all the players are super fast. So you can do whatever you want with that defensive theme team. It makes sense to rock that theme team. But when you look at the 49ers and you look at other teams that have other key players, it makes more sense to kind of, you know, look at least dabble in it. Like if you wanted to go to the Dallas theme team because you wanted Harold Carmichael to be a 95 speed. I've played a lot of Psychopaths that has, you know, Harold Carmichael with the 95 speed. He's pretty good. Would I go full Dallas? No, I would not. But I understand why they're doing it because it's the benefit of the uniqueness of the cards, right? So that's why, like I said, when I talk to you guys about Randy Moss, T.O., I'm just chilling. Shit, like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on right now with a lot of various things with theme teams that I could just jump off of this right now with the 49ers and jump into something else. I could absolutely do that. I choose to not do that, okay? I choose to make sure, like, all right, look, listen, I'm going to wait it out because I know exactly what's coming. When is it coming? It'll be here with the next couple weeks. Randy Moss, Sean Taylor probably, all those big names, out-of-position players, it's going to be ridiculous. The game is going to change a lot, right? So with these new standouts, that's going to be, like I said, I'm assuming 91 because it just makes sense. Now look, a 91 overall quick sells for 7,100 training, I believe, right? The 90 is 5,000. It doesn't hurt them that much to make them a 91 because you're just taking over from the beginning of the 50 program. That's my logic. If they come out with 90s, it seems kind of stupid because the +1, remember, their ratings don't add up to what the player does. So regardless of what the player is, it's like stupid. Like they'd be like, oh yeah, take this 99 overall linebacker. He has no 90 traits. Like it's all 80s and 70s, but somehow he's a 99 overall. So the EA mathematicians, they just do whatever they want. So it's not like, okay, they got to be very, very specific and, you know, they got to do the 1 because, you know, that's what the promo's about. More than likely it'll be a 91. It just makes more sense because they can kind of add more ridiculousness into the actual card. So the more value of it is going to be, you know, what part of it is going to go into your theme team. Does that player, you know, contribute that +4 speed now with Sprinter or Brawler and the actual theme team +2 speed? That's what we're going to be looking at because I have a feeling, remember, I don't use DK Metcalf right now because he's a physical archetype and he cost me 3 for route tech, but I don't really worry about that because I have other players that, you know, can do that for me. But he's actually going to be a really, really good card when he can get deep out because he's so fast. It's going to be very, very hard defensively to stop getting mossed, but that's a different story. We'll figure all that stuff out later. So right now, what I need you guys to do is to just look at your team, whatever your theme team is, and remember, just because the cards are like this doesn't mean that it only has to be a card that played for that one team. Aldon Smith is a perfect example. I use him on a 49er theme team. So everybody is going to benefit from it. Once they announce the cards, obviously, you know what time it is. Like, bruh, we're going to go and do what we have to do. And I'm going to hold fast. I'm going to hold fast right here and just chill because I know that they're giving us Randy Moss in another couple of weeks, right? So that's the team standout situation. Like I said, I really believe it's going to be 91 overalls. Now, we go to Zero Chill briefly, right? They haven't released any of the information, you know, about how they're going to do it, what they're going to do with it. But I'm going to tell you right now, getting back to the whole challenges situation, you're going to have Santa. You're going to have the elves. You're going to have the kids versus the adults. You're going to have all that stuff. So everybody that's like, you know, you're chopping at the bit, don't worry. It's coming. By next week, you will have all the information. They're going to have to probably give us a special stream soon anyway because it's coming too close to the holiday. Plus, with everything with next gen and everything correlating between the two, they're going to try to get out as much information as possible to keep the hype going. So I wouldn't really worry about, you know, a lack of information. That's why I recommend to you guys, subscribe GmiasWorld Gaming, GmiasWorld Podcast, and of course, right here at GmiasWorld on YouTube to stay up to date with all those things, because you're going to want to know exactly what's happening. And for those of you guys that are following me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at GmiasWorld, you know what time it is. You guys that, always there with my live streams on Twitch at GmiasWorld, love you guys, bro. You know what it is. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date. As soon as they get us a little bit more info, you're going to know about it. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You enjoy your day. Until next time, one love, y'all.